A mob gathers around a victim. The victim not only feels threatened, but very, very self-conscious. Obviously, I'm describing the birthday song. The irony of this situation is that not only is the victim feeling self-conscious, but everyone in the mob feels self-conscious in this situation, fearing that someone will critique them on their vocal abilities. Is it any wonder that a lot of us hate our birthdays? Especially when, to avoid this awkward situation, people sing as badly as they possibly can. Despite my own biases against my birthday, I must acknowledge one special birthday when I received a wonderful, priceless gift. A kazoo. Now, some of you possibly are thinking that the kazoo would be the opposite of a wonderful, priceless gift. However, as we explore the history of the kazoo and its influence on society and on me as an individual, perhaps we can change your mind. The kazoo is a member of the Marilton family, a family of musical instruments that use a vibrating resonator to augment the voice of the musician. These have their past clear back in Africa in the ancient tribal rituals. The kazoo as we know it is very American. It was first introduced in Macon, Georgia in 1852 at the State Fair as the Down South Submarine. What I find most fascinating about this instrument, though, is the inventor. A man by the name of Alabama Vest met up with a German clockmaker, Thaddeus von Clegg, who together designed these first prototypes. What I find most fascinating is that Alabama Vest was an African American in Georgia in 1852. I wish I knew more details about the history. At this point, I will add a quick disclaimer that there is an individual trying to start a kazoo museum in the Carolinas who has claimed that he has proven this story completely false. Were he on Facebook or Twitter, I would flag him for hate speech and inciting violence. Were he on Parler, we would just shut down the platform. Oh well. Emil Sword was a traveling salesman who took this idea of the kazoo and brought it north, where it was discovered by Michael McIntyre, a tin shop owner who decided we could try mass producing these. So in about 1915, they installed some new machines to actually manufacture these little tin kazoos. The fascinating thing is, demand became so high for these. One historian called them the fidget spinners of the 1880s, to the point that Michael McIntyre decided to shut down all other operations in his business and rename it the Original American Kazoo Company, which still stands to this day in Eden, New York, and manufactures kazoos in almost the same way. I confess that in my younger years, I may have accused them of false advertisement because they no longer use the machine that threads the resonator cap, which I personally find offensive. At the same time, they have made some great improvements as well, taking the original kazoo idea and creating fun objects for all to enjoy, including airplanes, tractors, and for those musicians who want to appear more skilled than they really are, trumpets, French horns, all kinds of glorious instruments to improve your playing situation. And lest I ignore one of my favorites, even gold-plated kazoos. This one happens to be 24 karat. Obviously, kazoos has become far more a part of my life than any rational person would ever allow. But for me, a boy who had a speech impediment for such a long time, the kazoo gave me a voice I never anticipated. And during my junior high school years, when my peers were on the broadcast announcements presenting, rather than be misunderstood, I had the wonderful opportunity to not only make my life better, but the lives of everyone with a birthday. So enjoy Kazoo Lovers Day tomorrow, and let all of your future birthdays be a little happier.
Woohoo!